Bears. Always bears, yeah. I spend a lot of time at job sites, and it seems like we're getting asked to build faster and more precisely, often without great information, and that's just kind of the normal thing now. I'm curious what you're seeing across the industry.
Yeah, I think I can confirm that no matter in almost which country, the quality of the input defines the quality of the output. Mm-hmm. So a lot has to do with data these days. And not everyone is used to work with data. So that's one of the things we see as well.
Where do you find that small measurement or layout issues turn up down the line?
I think it starts at different situations. So you may have companies or construction companies that still work completely analog. So they still work from tapes and strings and plumb bobs, which we see a lot still. Mm-hmm. And this obviously introduces quite a bit of errors and mistakes. So then the interest comes up with what could we do, what could we change? I believe this is just one area where customers start to realize that more digital approaches might work. And then there's customers that actually have already been adopting to digital methods. And for them, very often we see that they struggle with how to adopt it across the project they work on. So it gets another dimension when it comes to who else is working on the same project and are they all work from the same philosophy, so the same digital approach.
What do you find is holding these crews back from adopting digital layout methods? Is it the cost? Is it the learning curve? Is it a blend of both?
Typically, yes, it's a good mix. I think those which haven't been exposed to it, they fear that actually the way they work so far is completely changed. So they're a little bit afraid of touching the technology because they don't know what it means to them. I think when they realize how much saving might be in it for them by adopting this technology, they consider to at least try. So a lot of customers do pilots on some specific projects where they would like to see what the impact might be. And if they realize the impact is actually better than what they expect, then the cost is not an issue anymore. Because that's typically in construction, you like to achieve your 2, 3, 4, 5% points margin improvements on the project. And if you realize that this technology can actually help supporting it, then the decision is fairly simple. So it's this crossing this first initial chasm and then
taking the leap
there.
and
Correct.
Realizing it's the way to go.
That's it, yeah.
The switch from traditional layout methods to digital layout for myself specifically has really improved my confidence level with building. And I'm curious, have you seen that with other people as they adopt digital layout? Are they trusting the measurements? Are they having new confidence in what they're doing?
I wonder how it was for you, because the people I spoke to, when they started using it, they were still careful, cautious. And typically what they did was trying to repeat what they were used to, just to double check if the new method versus the known one actually did give them the same results. But if so, then actually their trust was there and they moved on. Then it was this one initial thing, like being sure the way we've done it in the past also is actually sure when we go ahead with this new technology. I'm not sure how it was for you.
Absolutely, the same thing.
Yeah.
The first few layouts I tried with it and still set up my string lines, used the tape measures, made sure that I was comfortable with what I laid out digitally. And when I realized it was fine, I haven't done the old way since, because it is, to me, it's ancient technology now. It's still good, but the digital layout is a lot faster and more precise.
How did you realize it's so much faster?
A lot of the buildings that I build have a ton of steps between units for a townhouse, or a house built into the side of a mountain has a lot of steps. And setting up string lines on those, measuring with multiple elevations using tape measures and levels is very time consuming, especially when you're trying to be accurate to within a millimeter or two. For what I do, that's acceptable. And using digital layout is a lot faster than doing any of that. Like you set up your instrument and you mark your lines, you snap your lines, your chalk lines, and you're done. There's no setting up string lines, no setting up levels or tapes. It's very fast.
We got also similar feedback from customers that changed from conventional methods to digital. Some of them worked first with a two-person setup, like a manual total station and a second person then on a pole. For those that started this way and then moved on to robotic total stations, then they really saw actually a leap in the productivity. And this is where they started calculating how many times or how many projects do we need actually to cover the investment. So this is typically what they started to calculate on. But we've also seen very similar behavior, so that initially they were cautious, but then once they moved on the technology and realized that it actually delivers what it promises, they started to see on where else can they make use of it. So not just for the initial purpose, but also around it. That was quite funny to see. So I wonder how that was.
Trying to fit this new technology, this new tool, to expedite other aspects of construction is kind of a fun little hobby of mine. So for some things, if I need to transfer an elevation, I can do that without a prism and without using a rotary laser. It's super handy. There's so many different uses, and I'm constantly finding them all the time. So I'm sure there's a lot of other uses that I haven't quite gotten into, but
you will.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll come to mind.
The more you like it, the more you will try out.
Exactly.
Now, that's actually a good point. There's lots of customers that try to use it initially just to, lay out a few points or lines, but then realize, as you said, oh, wait a moment, the projects get more and more complex, and especially, as you said, with different elevations and in slopey or hilly environment, where they realized, oh, wait a moment, the transfer of elevations from one part of the project to another one typically was done with either levels or rotating lasers, which is still absolutely fine. But the question is, can you do it more efficient? And so you realize
the answer is yes. Yeah. The answer is yes.
It's pretty cool.
Very efficiently.
Yeah.
And accurately.
Yeah.
Sometimes it feels like we have to choose between speed and accuracy in the field. Do we really have to, now that we have digital layout?
I don't think you need to compromise on either. I think you actually can still try to get to both. I believe a lot has to do with the way you work, and then how do you adopt technology. So some things you have done in the past will remain because it's based on procedures or just experience, how you do your job, your daily work, and you need experience for that. You're basically a subject matter expert on what you do in the field. And then you start to use technology at the same time that actually supports what you do. So it actually gives you probably the best of both worlds at the same time. So there's not really a compromise on one of the things. So you can actually do both at the same time, right? And for me, I think another part of that is the aspect of data. So I'm not sure if you have seen that data became even a more relevant topic over time. How is that?
When using digital layout, it's nice to be able to verify that what is supposed to be built is being built. So people are able to have as-built data brought in, reviewed, and confirmed that everything is all on the line in the right spot. So that is one of the aspects of digital layout that definitely stands out from conventional layout.
Do you think that, from your perspective now adopting this technology already in your company, do you think that other companies that may still stay with, let's say, conventional methods will, see this happening, that they will be pushed towards this technology, or is it more like it's up to them to decide by when?
I think it's happening. Sticking with conventional methods at some point can become a risk. As it's becoming more common to use digital layout in the field across multiple different trades, builders are seeing it being used, and other contractors are seeing it being used, and hopefully not letting themselves get left behind in the dust.